So some of the things I've dealt with uh, while in psychosis. Shit. I'm wondering if I should do a video for each individual thing. I guess I will. So let's start out with obsessive compulsive disorder. I have had this really hardcore. Um, Shortly after I had my daughter, um, I I washed my hands so much that they bled. I would get out of the shower and wash my freaking hands. I'm not joking. Like it was insane. And it's what's weird is that I can look back at it now, and thank God I'm not like still like that. You know, I'm not still just always washing my hands. You know, just and it's horrible. I mean, most people think OCD is like, oh, so what? You like do something repeatedly, big deal, you know. In reality, it's actually really horrible. You feel like you have no control. I'm assuming it would be like someone who has a drug addiction, possibly, and they're hurting and they're probably on the verge of death, and they can't stop using. I don't know. I've never been addicted to drugs, but that's kind of what I would think OCD is like. You're you want to stop doing what you're doing, and you can't. And the more you try to stop yourself from doing what you're doing, the more you do it. And it's just, it's heartbreaking. I mean, it literally breaks you down when you, I mean, well, I hate saying literally, even though I say it all the time because, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. Sorry, I jump around a lot. But anyway, it's heartbreaking because you are trying so hard to not do this thing, and you know, literally, like I said, I would get out of the shower and I'd wash my hands, then I'd go to open the bathroom door to get out of the bathroom after taking a shower, and I would have to wash my hands after touching the doorknob, and then wash the doorknob, and every doorknob that I touched throughout the house, or I would have to wash before and after I touched it. And then I would also go wash my hands after touching the doorknobs. So imagine every time you open the door or close the door, you're washing the doorknob and your hands. That's just, I mean, it's, you know, and I, I can't, it's so trippy to look back at that and know that I did that, to know that my hands bled, they cracked when I moved them. I mean, you can't really see, but my hands are actually really dry still to this day. They're cracked. They look like old people hands. I mean, they're pretty messed up. And you know, that's something that's always my hands are always going to be messed up because of that. Because that was part of my life for almost, I believe, a year. I think it was a year. And it was horrible. And, you know, to anybody out there who has OCD, I'm sorry. I feel you, and it's horrible. And I hope that someday you can break free from that. And yeah, it's just, it's so hard, you know? And, yeah. I mean, so that's one thing that I've experienced, one psychosis that I've experienced, and no one should ever have to experience it. It's I really can't say how horrible it is in a video, and there's no way to describe it, honestly. All I can tell you is what I did and how I couldn't stop doing it. That's it. And, you know, and I wish that other people understood it better so that the people who had it, you know, wouldn't feel. I mean, I don't know how these other people feel, but you know, they would feel less. I want to say looked down on or misunderstood. I think it bothers me that so many people are misunderstood when it comes to psychosis and mental illness, and um, I think that's just something that I is always going to bother me, you know. And yeah, I'm kind of rambling. hence the name of my channel. But yeah, if you have OCD or if you've had OCD, I feel you. And yeah. So there you go. There's my OCD story. It eventually stopped. I don't remember exactly when it stopped. I think I actually stopped having OCD and started having another psychosis, which I can talk about in my next video, which was agoraphobia. Yeah, good times. Agoraphobia. Anyway, thanks for listening. If you have had any experiences with OCD, please feel free to talk about it, or, you know, post about it in the comments. And if you want to ask me anything about my, you know, if there's anything else I could give you answers about my OCD experiences, you know, feel free to ask. I mean, I don't know how much more detail I can go into, but yeah, sorry, it's just so dang horrible. Anyway, yeah, feel free to comment, and I will, and ask questions, and I will do my best to answer. Thanks for listening. Again, anybody out there who's experienced this, I really feel you, and I'm sorry you're going through that. And someday you can probably break free of that. And if you can't, there's ways to cope with it. Thanks for listening.